Hi, my name is Trevor Pfahl, and today I'm going to talk about four challenges that newcomers have when learning English. I live in the city of Winnipeg. You can see behind me the Human Rights Museum and the Provencher Bridge. And in my classes, or when I'm in a store, or when I meet my students or other newcomers in different locations, I often hear them talking about one or several of these challenges. So the first challenge that many newcomers have when they're learning English: I don't understand when others speak English. Well, maybe my teacher, but when I go to the grocery store, when I'm shopping, when I'm walking in the mall or in a park, I talk to my neighbor, I'm not understanding what they're saying. Secondly, I don't know who to talk with. So I'm usually speaking in my own language with people from my own ethnic community. And so I speak English a little bit, maybe half hour, an hour a day, or maybe in a workplace, or if I'm studying English. But otherwise, I'm sitting and talking with people that are speaking my own language. And part of that is because I don't know any Canadians. So that can be a challenge when you're new to the country. And initially, you may interact with those from the nonprofits like Manitoba Start or Immigrant Center or New Journey Housing. But outside of talking with a few groups that help you when you first arrive in Canada, then finding and talking with Canadians can be challenging. Even with neighbors, sometimes you might say hi or goodbye or how's it going, but not have a lot of discussion. And as many of you are aware, uh, if you're going to take English classes in an institution and you're paying for it, then they're going to be expensive. So I know there's free English classes for permanent resident holders and QT holders, the 3-year visa, but there is also informal English classes. But in general, if you're paying for classes, they often end up being expensive. Well, today I'm excited to introduce you to something that I've been trying to organize and thinking about for several years, honestly. So this summer, we're going to launch a uh, program that's going to help newcomers with all four of those challenges. But before I jump into that, let me just introduce myself. I'm the person in the middle and the one talking here. I have been English teacher since 1998. I was overseas, and since 2004, I've been teaching English here in Manitoba, Winnipeg specifically. So I've taught 5 years at the University of Manitoba. I've been a number of years off and on at the University of Winnipeg and Red River College, and my focus has been with adult newcomers. I've also helped with settlement services, so international students and newcomers when they first arrive, and just how to find housing, how to look for a job, how to get around the city, and both the volunteer basis and at one of the nonprofits for several years, uh, helping people understand life in Winnipeg and life in Canada. And what some people are more interested in, especially nowadays, is IELTS or TOEFL, often for immigration or university college entrance. So I've taught both IELTS and TOEFL since 2004, helped hundreds of students pass that, and CELPIP, and then now more lately the PTE exam for immigration purposes. And since 2018, I've helped uh, students with the CELPIP exam, and not just here in Winnipeg, but for those that are from around the world. So, what do I have that could be a way to help you with your English and interacting with people around you, conversation, etc.? Well, I've created a program called English for Life. I've gathered together some others that are here in Winnipeg to help me with this. And the focus of this is to help people gain confidence in real life situations. So we're not in a classroom. We're going to be going around the city to different locations, meeting with newcomers and Canadians. So every month we're going to visit four locations. So we'll be at one or two tourist locations. We'll go to a shopping center and we'll go to the park. And this will be in the summertime, so weather permitting. And at each event that I'm hosting, there'll be discussion questions for us that are in that group. Then we'll give you questions for you to go and talk with employees, volunteers, or other people that are at the location, wherever we are. I'll be making a reading and or listening activity and you'll be given homework because I'm a teacher and I give homework, but you'll be given a writing assignment. Sometimes it'll be before the event, sometimes it'll be after the event. So let me just show you a calendar, and I'm just going to jump through that quickly. So for May until August, then on Sundays at 2 p.m., this is what we're going to be looking at. And you can go to this website and look at this in more detail. But as I mentioned, so in May, we're going to start at the Leaf the first weeks. Second week, we're going to go to the Winnipeg Art Gallery, St. Patel Mall the third week, and St. Patel Park the fourth week. Then in June, we'll visit the zoo, the Forks, Polo Park, and Crescent Drive Park. In July, we'll go to IKEA. We'll go on kind of a scavenger hunt, but also have a chance to chat and interact with people there. Manitoba Museum, Kildonan Park, and Bun Creek. And then in August, we'll go to Fort White Alive, Human Rights Museum, Grant Park Mall, and the Morden Corn and Apple Festival. I've tried to make this as cost efficient as possible. So what that means is you'll notice the Leaf, the zoo, and the Fort White Alive. Those you will be paying and responsible for the entrance fee outside of our program. But all of the other events, I've organized it to be on a day when either it's free to enter or at a location where there's no cost for that. And so in the shopping malls, as I said, we'll be conversing and having an activity with each other. Then I'll send you out to talk with employees and with other shoppers. In the parks, I'll be organizing games or some of the other people helping. And we'll have a potluck. That's where in Canada, it's a great tradition. People bring their some food that they share with others. And so we'll have sign-up sheets for you to bring in appetizers, a main dish, a dessert, non-alcoholic drinks, or fruit. And then we'll share that food together. So some of you at this point are saying, well, what's the cost? So let me just kind of jump back here. So when you first look at this, it might be, you might be like, I'm not quite clear on what all of this means, but I tried to organize it in a way that's beneficial for everyone. So if you just want to come once, there's a drop-in fee of $10 for that event. So you just come to the Leaf or to a park or to a mall. Our activities will cost you for that one time $10. And as I said earlier, you still are responsible to be paying for entrance food or souvenirs that you may buy at that location. Okay. However, what I think is more helpful and useful is to have a monthly membership. So you can have a 1 month or a 4 month membership, and that will then allow you not just to meet at these locations and practice your English, meet with other newcomers, meet with some Canadians, and visit different places and join our Facebook group. But if you are a monthly member, then you're going to be sent a link, and twice, so 6 Zoom meetings, it'll be about twice a month, but we will have conversations and advice and links and information on different topics about life in Canada. Let me just explain a bit more with that. So healthy lifestyle, how do you get grants and scholarships in Canada, finding a job or workplace English, buying a vehicle, using the bus. We'll talk about transportation, understanding when you should buy a vehicle. Not everyone should buy a vehicle when you first arrive here, and some people are surprised, but I can get into more details in that webinar. Personal finance, I help people get out of debt for 5 years. I came into Canada after living overseas with having no credit, no job, hard to get a house. I've been at zero, almost zero in my bank account. So I've felt like a newcomer actually at 2 different periods in my life. So I will share some of that. And how do you start from zero, and what are the steps you take in personal finance to start not just making money, but becoming towards having passive income, and renting a house, buying a house, and advice within that. Also, for those of you that are monthly members, there'll be a private WhatsApp group, and then there is a VIP option. And the nice thing with that is when we have these events, I will have a separate time for those who are VIP members, where I will be a little bit more, you'll be in a bit smaller group. and that way you have a chance to interact with me and with others that are part of our program, and to ask more questions within that. So let me just explain a bit more then. So per month, it'll be $75 for those things, and you can just pay for 1 month. If someone else in your house wants to join, so like a spouse, or you have a child over the age of 16 that wants to participate in this, then there's just another $25 fee for that. For those that want to be VIPs, so that after each event you can spend 15 or 20 minutes with myself in a smaller group and ask questions, interact, etc. It's $125 a month. And then if you want to just say, yes, Mr. Trevor, I'm going to sign up for all 4 months. I want to attend. I want to improve my English. I want to improve my confidence. Then I have a 4-month pass, which is at a discounted rate. And so you can become a regular member for $269 and a second person at $100. Or for those of you that want the VIP for 4 months, it's $499 for one person, or $180 for someone from the same household for $679. And if you are a 4-month VIP member, then during those 4 months, you'll have a chance for a one-on-one meeting with me. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I've been helping newcomers in Winnipeg since 2004. I have a wide network of realtors, immigration consultants, contractors, handymen, mechanics, as well as people in the business community. One thing I didn't share a picture of earlier, but I've been part of different business meetings and helping startups and newcomers start businesses. So during that 45, 50 minutes, 2 times during those 4 months, you can sit down with me and basically ask me anything. You can be asking me about English, how to improve your English and have an analysis of your English, talk about strategies, talk about personal situations for you, maybe about your kids' schooling. My son is 19. I've been through the school system in Winnipeg and helped many others with understanding elementary, junior high, high school, public school versus private school. Just a whole range of options that you want to talk about when you meet with me. So that's the exciting news that I'm happy to share with you. Again, we'll be going to different locations. We'll be getting you out into the community and practicing your English with myself and with others. And that's going to bring you confidence and allow you to interact and grow in your English. And it's not just the speaking, as I mentioned, but there'll be reading and writing, listening as activities as well. And that's going to help with your challenges, whether it's one of these or a different challenge. But as I said, these are the 4 most common challenges that I hear newcomers talking about: not understanding others, speaking with people from my own ethnic group, not really knowing other Canadians or having a chance to talk to other Canadians, and with the English classes being expensive. This program will help with all 4 of those challenges and more, because of the teachers and others that I've gathered together to help me with this and the knowledge that we have. So I look forward for you to join us. You can click on a link that's at the bottom of this, or you can go to my website, Canadian English Mentor. So that link will be below, and there's a sign up. So when you click on that, it'll take you to the sign up page, and that's where you can start filling out your information. And then there's some questions there. Again, this program will run on Sundays at 2 p.m. But then we will also have Zoom meetings, and in the group chat, I'll be putting in different information and advice, links for settlement issues, help for newcomers during the week as well. So there's a whole, almost every 2 or 3 days, there'll be information posted in our private group for those who are members, as well as you have a chance to interact and talk with each other with recordings, short videos. There'll be lots of things there to help you with that. Okay, so look forward to seeing you in the group. Again, just click on the link below or somewhere on this page. Maybe it might be in the comments, but that'll take you to an overview again of what this program is. And then at the bottom of the page, You'll click on register for the events and registration for new students, and that will allow you to register. Look forward to seeing you there and for you to grow in your English.